Macallan Edition number 6. Should you get your fix? Stay tuned for the Whiskey Whistle. What up, my whiskey people? Mark here from WhiskyWhistle on YouTube, sharing a little whiskey awesomeness from Winnipeg, the center of North America, bringing you Macallan Edition number 6. I think this is the last in the edition series for Macallan. Interestingly, it's been, 4 of these editions since I last reviewed a Macallan edition, which was edition number 2, my 2016 WhiskyWhistle NAS Whiskey of the Year. This is actually 48.6% ABV. I believe it's the highest. The ABV has slowly been eking up since number 1. And if you can find yourself a number 1, you will have yourself a nice little investment because those go for a pretty penny. All right. Let's get that poured. Easy does it. Now, beautiful packaging as well. I love the striking, I guess, what is that? Kind of like an azure blue, I think. But gorgeous. This edition actually is a collaboration, as these all are, between Macallan and the makers of fishing equipment called Hardy's. So that's really, really interesting. And I think they're paying homage to the River Spey and the fishing that is just part of life in that area. It's really important to have great fish swimming in your streams. It tells you got nice clean water there, doesn't it? All right, color first of all. Now the saying goes is that this is unchill filtered, and that Edrington doesn't chill filter over 45.7 or something like that. And I hope that's true, but who knows? Who knows, really? Now, what we do know is that that's natural in color, as all of the Macallan, Highland Park, and I believe Glenrothes also, all natural in color. So we have something absolutely copperish, perhaps even slightly darker than that. Let me just hold it up next to my copper contraption in the back. And very similar hue. It hits the dark colors very well, and the lighter tones also. So we'll just call that copper. Beautiful. Okay, let's check out the legs of this puppy. Yeah, pretty slow first legs. Just reaching the bottom now, and then we have the secondary leg starting. So absolutely gorgeous and very showy legs. Look at that. Beautiful. Thick, thick, thick legs. Now, we didn't talk about the casking. It's all sherry seasoned, first fill and second fill, European oak and American oak. Now, it should be known that a lot of sherry produced in Spain is aged in American white oak barrels. So it's a little bit of there's some misconception there about sherry barrels that have to be made from Spanish oak. The transport casks were made because they made them in Spain. They shipped the stuff to England. So that's, I guess, how that sort of folklore started, with sherry barrels having to be European oak. Okay, so the nose. Well, gorgeous Macallan nose here. This reminds me a lot of the old 12-year-old I used to drink. Except it's 48% and it's got a little hint of something spicy in there as well. But isn't that nice that we've got some first fill in here, which is fantastic, and they're telling us that. Big dried fruits. fresh bag of Thompson seedless raisins. Fresh bag of gummy worms with a little bit of gummy cola in there as well. And again, we've got butter tarts and mincemeat tarts coming through here, with butter tarts with the raisins, mincemeat with the raisins and currants and all of that stuff that's in there. This is a perfect Christmas dram, absolutely. Milk and dark chocolate covered raisins. We have some chocolate covered orange rinds in there. Dark, very dark fruit cake. Yeah, I think I'm right here. I think that's second fill European oak and first fill hogsheads of American oak. A little bit of chocolate covered ginger. Everything's chocolate covered here. We have cocoa in the finish. We have almost no sugar hot chocolate, hot cocoa. It does have a very rich mouthfeel, just as I had thought. It is lip smacking. Well, if this is the end of the additions for Macallan, this is one heck of a finish. I almost feel like they've used a popular strategy for presenting, which is BCA. Put your second best, and then you put your third best, and you finish with the very best of all. For age, I would guess we have a mix of 12-year-old and up to 21 years old for some of those barrels. That's just my guess. We have some toasted walnut, especially in the finish. Cocoa and walnut in the finish. And it's lovely. This is incredible. I'm glad I have this. This is fantastic. Well, let's add a little bit of water. I'm really enjoying that neat, and I don't know if you need it given its sweet edge. I'm going to put in 7 drops here. 7. That's about half a milliliter into 15 milliliters of whiskey. Some of that walnut and cocoa comes in the nose now. Yes, the toasted walnuts. We still have a little bit of cola, like a cherry cola. Luxardo cherries. Beautiful. Okay, the palate. Cheers. Not much has changed. A little bit more access, a little bit more milk chocolate, some Tootsie Roll. We still have the chocolate covered raisins. We've got glacettes in there. A little bit more spice building here. The finish, a little bit drier. We still have the walnuts. We still got the raisins. We still have the cocoa and the chocolate. Again, we got something kind of like hot cocoa with no sugar added at all. Oh, this is delicious. It really is. The finish just carries on, which is exactly what you want from Macallan with this type of a big sherry forward, luscious whiskey. So, well, on to the Whiskey Whistle Whiskey Score for Macallan Edition number 6. What is that going to be, folks? It's going to be 93 out of 100. You heard it, 93 out of 100 is the Whiskey Whistle Whiskey Score for Macallan Edition number 6. Pipped ever so slightly by Glenmorangie, A Tale of Cake, but fantastic. And I think this is the best Macallan that you can buy for less than $300. So the 18-year-old is not going to do this for you. The 12-year-old won't. But holy cats, this edition is fantastic. So my hat's off to Macallan. I see things. I see things coming for you. Anyway, hope you enjoyed that. My name is Mark. Make sure you subscribe to the channel right over here. Hit the bell, ding ding, so you'll be notified of the future Whiskey Whistles. And if you are enjoying the content that I'm putting together for you here on Whiskey Whistle, then join the Whiskey Whistle crew on Patreon, patreon.com/whiskey whistle. See you there. Take care, folks. Bye now.